This video is the next step to one that I did earlier about sneezing. So if you haven't seen the one about sneezing, you'll want to see that first before you get into this one. It's a more advanced version. So what happens is that when we start to get a runny nose, then we can realize that where sneezing was only something that was a small thing that's on our subconscious, something allergy to our own thoughts. The next step to that is when we cross things that are even more troubling in our subconscious, then that'll very quickly bring out a runny nose with every illusion that we've got a major cold on the way. And if we don't know the difference, now what's going to happen is we use the power of our mind to bring that runny nose into that full-blown cold. But once we can understand, okay, so we started with the sneezing, we went with, okay, I've been paying attention to my thoughts, and every time when I sneeze, yeah, there's something that I'm definitely allergic to in what I've been thinking or what I've been doing. And so as we progress through that, we gain the experience, we say, okay, if that works, that's real for me in my life, I've got the experience, I understand that, that's how it works. Then we can start to build on that. We say, okay, well, now I've got this runny nose. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, all of a sudden I've got to get a Kleenex, and all of a sudden it's real. How did it manifest that quickly? Now, when we have the experience of having been able to capture our thoughts regarding the sneezing, now we're prepared to go the next step and start to realize a little deeper that the thoughts we're having are what brought on the runny nose. So now, what do we do with that? We can either follow that pathway, that bridge with our thinking and go into the cold, or we can realize that, okay, this is something that's been not in alignment with what I'm wanting, and this is what it manifests. So we blow our nose, and then what we start to do, first of all, is start breathing deeply. Start taking deep breaths, breathe in, breathe out, and do that 10 or 20 times, knowing that it's something that you've been thinking that's troubling you. It's out of alignment. Now, what'll happen is you might not catch it all at the beginning, but just by changing your framework, by changing your thinking, that this, instead of going down the path of this is a cold, now you're saying, oh, it's probably something I'm thinking. And now by taking those deep breaths, you're clearing out your sinuses, you're clearing out your lungs, you're clearing out your system, you're clearing out your mind, and you're going in another direction. Now what'll happen is that you'll find that all of a sudden, so now when you've done that effectively, the rest of the day there's no problem. You realize at some point, oh, what happened to that runny nose? It disappeared. Now I've done this over and over. There'll be times when I go to bed at night and all of a sudden I get a runny nose depending on what I'm thinking about. Or I wake up in the morning, or I'll wake up during the night, and all of a sudden I've got that, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what was that all about? But when I discovered that it's what I was processing that triggered that, then I gained control over it. So try that out, see how that works for you. Love to hear your comments. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the power of your mind, how to use that power, so our spiritual powers, then start with this self-test at mylifesoup.com. And from that, you'll get the report. And not only that, you're going to get emails occasionally that have short life coaching tips like this on there. And sometime when you're ready, if you're looking for making faster progress in your life that makes real difference in your life, where you want to get really good with the 24 life ingredients, then you'll want to explore what our coaching looks like. And until then, I look forward to meeting you. I'm John Verway.